What is going on, everybody? I am your host, Slackerz, bringing you our next matchup in the Ultimate Smash Bros. DLC tournament. So, if you're new and you're wondering what this is, it's a tournament I created with the help of a lot of my community. Came up with suggestions for characters. So we put them into this tournament, and then we just have fun, vote for a character in each matchup for the day that we'd like to see as a DLC character in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Pretty simple. So, yeah, you only get one vote. The way to vote is by typing the name of the character in the matchup for the day. So today's matchup is King Wart taking on Ryu Hayabusa, and I'll jump into the matchup in just a bit. Kind of give you a few, I guess, pros and cons maybe for each character. So, yeah, I'll get to that in just a second. But it's also a double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose twice before they're eliminated. Excuse me. So if they lose, they drop to the loser bracket. If you lose from there, you're done. If there's ever a tie in the voting, I will flip a coin on camera. You guys will see that. What the heck? But you guys will see that on camera, and that's the best way that we figured to break the tie. So, yeah, other than that, the voting for each matchup only stays open for 1 week. That way the tournament keeps on flowing pretty smoothly, and we go till there's a winner. Pretty simple. So, 72 characters overall in this tournament. Excellent. This is fun. We've already had 4 matches. This is matchup number 5. So, yeah, usually we start with the results, but since this is the first week, no results until Monday. But let's jump into the matchup, shall we? King Wart and Ryu Hayabusa. Now, these are two characters, real quick, I just want to point this out, that I'm really big fans of, and some people might not even know who King Wart is, and I'll get into that once I talk about Wart. But, yeah, so we got Ryu Hayabusa, who's one of the last remaining, if not maybe the last remaining, kind of gaming icon from the NES/SNES, so Nintendo / Super Nintendo era. He's like the last big name that's really out there, and I think it's kind of time. I mean, yeah, they've kind of been building up the roster over the past couple games with throwback character. I don't even want to call them throwback, but kind of, we'll say gaming legends in a sense. So I mean, we ended up getting Snake and Sonic in Brawl. We ended up getting Mega Man in Wii U 3DS and Pac-Man as well. Then we ended up getting Simon Belmont this time around. So maybe Ryu's kind of next in line. And first of all, that'd be so phenomenal to see as a fan, and plus, I'm a huge, you see my amiibos behind me. I'm a big amiibo collector. I have all of them to date so far. And just to think of any of these characters possibly as an amiibo figure, that's just such a cool factor for me. So having an amiibo of Ryu Hayabusa would be freaking fantastic. I would love that. But so he's a ninja, obviously. I mean, look at him. So you kind of got a ninja sort of moveset. And if you don't know, Ryu Hayabusa is from sort of 2 series, the Ninja Gaiden series and the Dead or Alive series. Now, Ninja Gaiden is kind of known for being somewhat difficult of a game to kind of master, but they're fun games if you kind of have the patience and you're kind of an older school gamer, that you like a challenge. How about that? If you like challenges in a game, Ninja Gaiden is a great franchise to pick up and try and play and just enjoy. So he also comes from the Dead or Alive franchise, like I mentioned, which is a fighting game franchise. So you can kind of say he's already pretty much got a moveset created for him. And I believe, was it Dead or Alive 6? Dead or Alive 5? I don't know. I don't play Dead or Alive, but it just had a new entry into the series. Sometime, I think it's just the beginning of this month. Sometime in March, it had a brand new entry into the series. No idea how it sold. I haven't looked up numbers, so I don't know if it did well or not. But Ryu Hayabusa's in that, so he's got. I'd say you can check the box for popularity. You can check the box easily for moveset, and you can check the box for relevancy. 3 really big factors when always talking about a character, so it's kind of got all that nailed down. Plus the fact that he's been around, I think, is it this upcoming year or was it just this past year? 30 years in the gaming industry, 30 years of a franchise that has stuck around and continued. Sure, maybe it's not the most, prominent, it's not the most popular, franchise, Ninja Gaiden or the Dead or Alive. It might not be the most famous, but its name is known. People know who the character is. People know the series. I mean, come on. Let's get this. And I always got to bring this up for when you talk about Ryu, because people are going to Somebody will say, well, you can't have Ryu Hayabusa if you already have Ryu from Street Fighter. It's really simple. The best way to kind of deter that, just make it simple. In the Dead or Alive fighting franchise, in that game, when you click on the character to select, to play as, it's not Ryu. The announcer says Hayabusa, his surname, I guess. Right? That's a surname. Surname's your second name, right? Basically says the second name. So, you can do away with any confusion that you might have between, Ryu from Street Fighter and Ryu Hayabusa. I mean, first of all, they look completely different. I always say this, but I always want to. But so they look completely different, and they could have two different names. They would differentiate from each other. So you don't got to worry about that at all. And I think I don't know. Hello, go away, please. But come on, Ninja Gaiden. Who wouldn't want an authentic, badass-looking ninja, dude? I mean, come on. He could have shurikens. He's got his... what is the blade again? It's like a sort of like katana sword, sort of something like that. Oh, he's going to be another sword user. Not necessarily. Yeah, he probably could use the sword in his moveset. Yes, but it's not just a sword moveset, trust me. But he's got, so, yeah, Ryu Hayabusa's got a lot going for him. And plus, his name was brought up over the past few months. There was like that big Smash leak that was going around. That's pretty much not pretty much. It has been deconfirmed at this point. It had who was it? Doomslayer, Ryu Hayabusa. I think it was Steve, and I forget somebody else. Erdrick, that's who it was. And the leak said something about we'll get something for Erdrick and Joker at the very beginning of March. Didn't happen. Leak fell apart, and yeah, well, we know how it is when you believe in a leak, a Grinch leak. But, yeah, so he's got a lot going for him. I think he'd make a fantastic addition to the roster. He's a character that people know. He's just got a lot going for him. So, awesome character. So now let me jump in over to King Wart. Now, who is King Wart if you don't know? King Wart is a pretty awesome character. Let me, I got to pull up the Wikipedia page here for him. So, he's, so I got to say this. How many characters have been a main villain in a Mario game and have also appeared in a Legend of Zelda game? The only one I can think of off the top of my head is King Wart, right? He has such a unique history. I really wish Nintendo would do more with this character. Maybe have him even cross over into other franchises. Put him into, I don't know, Metroid. That might not make any sense, but put him into other franchises, or just have him as a, reoccurring character all of a sudden. Maybe put him in a new Mario, like a Mario sports game, maybe a Mario Kart, maybe bring him back in one of the Legend of Zelda games, something like that. He's got such unique history. I really, truly love this character. So, he first made his appearance in, what was it, the Doki Doki Panic games, and then he became the main villain of the Super Mario Bros. 2 series. I guess that's not a series, that was the game. The Super Mario Bros. 2 game, and I think you had to defeat him by, like, throwing vegetables, because you could throw vegetables in Super Mario Bros. 2, and you had to, I believe it was like 6 or 7 times you had to throw it and defeat him or something like that. But he's a really cool character, so he'd be somewhat, he'd be more of a bigger character. And for, character-wise, there's always room for, like, the 3 main, I guess we'll call them classes of characters that people always like to see, or that I think we pretty much agree on that could be, increased in numbers, is villains. He's a villain, right? Super Mario Bros. 2 main villain, boom, check. There's always room for more heavyweight characters. He would be a heavyweight character, check. So villain, heavyweight, and then there's always room for more females. Not a female, but there's always room for those 3, and I think, he could check a couple of those boxes. Plus, if you want to really think about it, he could be a really awesome kind of like a character for like a I don't want to say a WTF, but we'll go with the retro character route, right? Old character that maybe, a lot of people kind of forgotten, or that's like on nobody's radar. He would be perfect. I would love this. I'm a really big fan of King Wart. I don't talk about him too much, but maybe I should. I don't know. Maybe I should. But King Wart would be so phenomenal. It just kind of, plus he'd be a first party character, so Nintendo doesn't have to go spend money to acquire the license and the rights to third party characters, such as a Ryu Hayabusa in this case. They wouldn't have to go acquire that, wouldn't have to spend the money, and it would bring an older character with such a great history just back into the fold, back into the eyes of people. I'm not saying just go ahead and throw him right back into, the next Mario main villain, next Mario game as the main villain. Put him as maybe a sort of mini boss or a side character or just an unlockable playable character. Like I said, in a Mario Party, a Mario Kart, a Mario sports game, something like that. Put him in there. This character's awesome. So for me, I love King Wart. I really do. And I just, first of all, I just want Nintendo to do more with the character. But that's just me. Let me go back to his Wikipedia page. Because, what was it? He was... Yeah, he's been remade a couple... No, not remade, but... was there something else on here I was going to point out? Maybe not. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But, I don't know. He is a spirit in Smash Bros. Ultimate. I'm almost positive. I have that spirit, don't I? But, yeah, I'm pretty sure he's a spirit in Smash Ultimate. So, this is actually what a spirit looks like right here, right on the left. So, that's what it looks like. But, for me, it's just time to vote. Who am I going to go for? Pretty simple. As much as I love King Wart, I'm voting for Ryu Hayabusa in this case. I think, I guess I'd just rather see Ryu Hayabusa. I love the character. I love the presence of him, the whole character in general. I guess I'll just say it like that. So yeah, my vote, Ryu Hayabusa. Pretty simple on this one. Awesome. So, yeah, let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Are you going to either vote for Ryu Hayabusa? I kind of expect most people to, because I'll face it, we'll be honest, I don't think a lot of people really know who King Wart is, but I think he could still be an interesting character. I didn't even go for a moveset. I should have done that, but maybe in his next matchup. But, yeah, so either vote King Wart or Ryu Hayabusa. Or, of course, again, you can vote both. So, that is going to be it for this one. Sneak peek for tomorrow's matchup. Looks like we got Captain Toad and Monokuma. Still no idea who this character is, so I got to do a bit of research on the character to, get my, get my proper facts down for that. But anyway, that will be for tomorrow. And then nothing on Sunday, because I always do different things on Sunday. But Monday we will be back, and we will have results, and yeah, should be fun. But anyway, that is it for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I guess I look forward to the voting, as always. Gotta always mention that, because with no votes, there's no tournament. So, yeah, with that being said, I've been your host. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope we'll catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.